this is my third video on the novel called Middlesex, and the three devices I used this week were cause and effect, challenge, and relational. The quote I'm going to use is from the chapter News of the World, and it's on page 186, and it reads, "The helmet closed off the mind for contemplation of these essential realities. The helmet allowed Milton to forget about the war and the dangers it possessed." I think the reason the helmet gets brought up so many times in this chapter is because it also relates to Desmondana and Lefty's relationship. Instead of wearing a helmet, they choose to forget in order to ignore the potential danger they could have introduced to their children by having this relationship. But just like the helmet and then forgetting, it doesn't truly save you or keep you safe. It's just a cover-up or an illusion to tell yourself that it's safe or it's okay. And by Lefty and Desmondana not choosing to talk about it, it caused Milton to ignore his situation with his cousin, Tessie, who also choose to have a relationship which affects Cal in the end, by her having the genetic defect on her 5th chromosome. And the second device is challenge, and the chapter I used for this is Ex Ova Omana, and the quote I'm going to use is on page 211, and it says, "Until the biology gods knew this was their time, this is what they'd been waiting for, and as the spoon swung and the ya-ya worried, my destiny fell into place." This is another passage that shows that the author believes more in genetics play a part in Cal's life, but also chance. It's like Cal believes that her parents' and grandparents' choices not only gave her a bad gene, but also bad luck. Another quote that shows this is, "Chance and sex announce themselves. I think this chance is what she seeks in her family's lives and her stories, more than their medical history." I think that's basically why she's looking at, why they made the choices they did, why she's following their family line, what is their story from when they moved, versus just looking up their medical history and seeing, did anyone else have the same issue she has, heart attacks, strokes, and that's not what she's looking for. And I think that's also why they push that Milton never fixed up the church, even though St. Christopher protected him, that he chose to blow it off, and I think that's why she thinks there's more bad luck involved than just genes. And my last one is relational, and I used the chapter Middlesex, and the quote I used is on page 258, and reads, "Middlesex was a testament to the theory uncompromised by practicality. The concept of the door, of this thing that swings one way or the other, stairs that represented a technological view of the universe, of one thing leading to another." These few sentences show how the house is more than a house named Middlesex. Is more than a house that's named Middlesex. Just like Middlesex is similar to Cal, they have a lot of commonalities that she's not sure which way she goes, or that, one thing leads to another. And I think it's also more than coincidence that she had her first confusing, relationship in this house. And this analogy of the house reminds me of a band I listened to, more specifically their album called No Place, and a song on it called Connector. Similar to Middlesex, this song also has a house that is lifelike, and some of the passages in the song are, "Open mouths of these rooms, whispering walls sounding like endless corridor, a space now sad speaks of madness, attempts to conceal the crumbling walls." And I found it interesting reading this part in the book, and it really reminded me a lot of that band, about how lifelike that the house seemed, that it was almost its own entity. Anyways, that's all I have for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for listening.